All right, reporting to you with some news from CNN. Washington State has trapped its first hornet, its first Asian giant hornet. Scientists have been trying to trap the invasive insects and prevent infestation since they were first spotted in the state last year. More than 2 inches long, the hornets get their nickname from their propensity to attack and harm honeybees and potentially people. Up until now, 5 giant hornets had officially been sighted in the state. This is the first one found in a trap, according to news release. Officials announced Friday that they had identified the Asian giant hornet earlier this week from a trap collected near Birch Bay on July 14th. This is encouraging because it means we know that the traps work. Also, managing entomologist for Washington's Department of Agriculture, WSDA, said in the announcement, but it also means we have to have work to do. That work includes looking for nests, using infrared cameras, and setting more traps, the announcement said. The state's agriculture department plans to deploy special traps that will catch the hornets and keep them alive so they can be tagged and tracked back to their colonies. Once the agency finds the colonies, they'll destroy them. The hope is to find the nest by mid-September before the colony begins creating new reproducing queens and drones, the statement said. Scientists aren't sure how these giant hornets, native to Asia, ended up in Washington state. Among the possibilities are international container ships, purchases shipped into the U.S., travelers visiting the U.S. or returning from another country, the state says on its website. Washington state agriculture officials are asking beekeepers or beekeepers and residents to report any sightings of the giant hornets. August and September are when they most likely to be spotted, according to the news release. But don't get too close. Okay, with other news from the CBS News. California becomes first state to hit 500,000 coronavirus cases. This is by Lai Cohen. Well, I didn't want to say the name, but here we are. More than 500,000 people have tested positive for the coronavirus in California, according to the data from Johns Hopkins University. California is the first U.S. state to hit 500,000 cases. More than 9,000 people have been away from the coronavirus in California, and more than 6,000 people are in the hospital or in intensive care unit, according to the state data published Friday morning. In mid-July, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced new restrictions to try and ease the spread of the virus. Bars, breweries, restaurants, wineries, movie theaters, and other indoor businesses that encourage mixing of individuals beyond immediate household and make physical distancing and wearing face coverings difficult were ordered to close. Counties that are on the state's monitoring list for 3 or more consecutive days were also ordered to close indoor operations, including fitness centers, places of worship, indoor protests, personal care service, salons, and malls. According to the state, 33 of 58 countries are currently flagged for having elevated disease transmission, increased hospitalization rates, and or a limited hospital capacity. Due to the increased COVID 19 transmission statewide and rising hospitalization numbers in many communities, we are taking more actions today to slow transmissions of the disease, the governor said in a statement announcing the closures. Each of us has the power to slow the spread of the virus. Here's how you can help. Avoid mixing with people who are not in your household. If you can't avoid it, wear a mask. Move indoor activities outside. Stay physically distant and wash your hands. California has hit numerous daily records for coronavirus cases and harms over recent weeks. Florida and Texas are trailing close behind the state with more than 470,000 and 430,000 cases, respectively, according to Johns Hopkins. Only Sao Paulo, Brazil, has more cases than California with over 540,000. So let's keep aware of the distancing and how you're doing it and keep this COVID-19 down. Thank you. That's our report. I want you to also please know keeping healthy. Who are you watching? Who are you hanging out with? What are they eating? Please eat plenty of fruits and vegetables and water and don't overdo it. Let's keep it healthy. Thank you. And I'm reporting to you from Zorro's News Channel 21. Thank you.